Yo, 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 it is What the Dudes Say, coming to you live from Sunset Mountain. We've been out here for a few days, and we have got to see lots of amazing things. Beautiful countryside. We have partied it up with some of the best fucking people that I have ever met in my life. Consider them family. But we are sitting here with the star of the show today, Mr. Hunter Gallagher. Hunter.
What's up,
dude?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, you know, just doing it.
I hear you.
Doing it.
I hear you.
Always.
You dragging ass today?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Sound like I took sandpaper and just went like this to my throat.
Hey, we got after it last night.
Can't talk, lost my voice.
Yeah?
Last 2 days in a row.
Yeah, man.
Back to back.
Been putting in work.
Big time. Multiple bottles in one day.
Y'all make it sound like we've been drunk the whole time.
Well, I have too.
Just about. Damn.
Literally, we have breakfast appetizer, and then breakfast, and then a post-breakfast, post or pre-lunch, lunch, post-lunch,
Yeah.
and then all the in-between going all the way up.
I think we emptied 7 bottles of whiskey and 4.5 cases of beer.
7 bottles of some of the
5.5
best whiskey you can get. And we did. We finished them.
Yep. Not a drop left ran dry.
No.
So for our viewers and our listeners, so we all know we've been around you, hung out with you, done a lot of crazy things with you, but for our viewers and listeners, tell them a little bit about who you are, where you come from.
So, obviously, I come from a great state that, you know, has beautiful scenery.
What's the nickname for Arkansas?
Oh my God, don't get me started. We got, it depends on what side of Arkansas, what you know, what you don't know.
Right.
But no, yeah, I come from the great place, Arkansas. How I met y'all, which is a wild deal. It consists on, you know, what you guys do for work now, what I no longer do. But, how many years ago was this?
Oh, man, I think it goes back to,
7?
yeah, about 7 years ago.
7 years ago, I started as a contractor
Yeah.
for the company. And, thought you were a dick at first. So I was like, man, this guy. And then,
They
course,
still think that.
He is a
Of
dick.
course, shortly after, and when I say shortly, I mean like after the first day, the work day, hung out that night and everything was, you know,
It's history since then.
right on the money. Yeah, just, you know, what I do with, you know, everyday life. I loved what I used to do with y'all. Y'all are brothers to me. We were literally, I worked in a different region at the time, but I could not wait to go down to the other side, down there, just so I could spend the time with y'all. And then it became, you know, just making trips and hanging out instead of work related.
Yeah.
And, of course now, you know, self-employed, doing that whole deal. Been going for a little bit. It's been pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's been working out?
Been working out.
That's good, man.
Staying busy. More busy than I ever thought of, and it ain't nothing like a regular job. You work every day.
Yep.
Even when you're having fun, you're still working.
Still working.
There's a couple phone calls in between.
That's right.
You know? But yeah, no, I wouldn't have it any other way once I finally took off and was good. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice, man. I imagine you get to, you know, you're home every night, get to see your wife and your daughter, and you know that's
Absolutely.
A big piece of it.
Sometimes I get home and they're already asleep, but
at least
I'm not 3 states away and gone for 2 weeks straight and coming back on a Saturday and we'll come back on a Friday, spending all day Saturday, leaving Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not saying it
Hectic.
was a bad life, but it's not a life for what my family and setup is.
Right. Right. Heck yeah.
But if it wasn't for that life, I would have never met y'all.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Great guy, my friend. Appreciate you.
Thank
Especially
you.
One time you saved my life from me freaking drinking and driving. Snatched my little ass about that damn car.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
You're
you, man.
awesome. Absolutely.
What so self-employed, things going good.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
self-employed, that's going good. Health is good. You still can drink with the best of them. Proved that for the last 2 days. What's the next big plans?
Man, the next big plans for myself is not I don't want to bust ass in always trying to make it. You know, like, and when I say that, I don't mean things are awesome now. What I'm saying is the fact that get to a point here coming up to where I could focus on moving on to the next best thing, which is already in the plans and works, and not having to just go ham every day on my business I do now, which it takes that for a long time to build to get to that. But that is my ultimate goal, to make more, but also like not having to do 100 here. You can not drop this down to 50% and then do 100 on your next big thing.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a bunch of times where either people just quit or people will go. I've experienced this actually a week ago already, but like people will go, and then they'll try to move on to something else. Well, now this just went to shit. You know, it just went to shit over here. So my next big thing that's going into works now is, which is unrealistic, but hopefully be able to make some good big hits on some investments and you know, not have to work so hard physically, more the mentally deal.
Yeah.
You know, and take care of the guys that do the physical hard for me.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you know, they're the ones that makes it happen.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Street, why don't you tell us a story about the first time you met Hunter?
Oh, man. It was actually one of your 4th of July parties before I even started doing what we do now. That was a wild weekend.
Those parties do get crazy.
Josh, I really wish I could recall this, but
You were too drunk.
probably wasn't in the right.
You wasn't in the right state of mind.
My memory was just like off.
Man. It was that time. How about the Memphis story? Active shooter when we were on the road.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but I mean, man, we still ate crawl. We still went down the road 3 blocks from where he was found, and we were eating crawfish at the same time.
Yeah, but every single one of us in the car was strapped up and ready to go.
Wasn't really even too stressed out about it. I mean, we were eating crawfish, having a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, next thing you know, TV, he's three, I think 3 or 4 blocks, if I recall, right down the road.
Yeah.
They spotted him, they found him, and we're all like, well, damn, I mean, if I got to, like.
Matter of fact, we found out when we went to the casino that night that they caught him.
Yeah. He was still on the run when we were sitting there eating.
Yeah.
And he was spotted, like I said, a few blocks down.
Yeah.
And we found out they caught him when we were all at the casino.
Yeah.
South Haven gonna get you.
And we all lost a shit ton of money that night.
You did.
I know, I did.
I did. I remember you sitting on the big machine, just hitting that big red button for it had to be an hour.
Oh yeah, then
I'm like, get off.
I had
that
a
street.
man. I lost some money too, but man, me going to casinos like someone with a bad drug habit. It's just I'm going.
I don't know. I don't have no shut off.
I'm going in. I mean, I'm going in, and I don't have a shut off, and that's not a good trait to have. But my God, it's fun when you're in the moment.
That's it,
When
man.
you go home, it's like, man, I'm never going back again. Just like a bad hangover day. I'm never drinking again. Next thing you know,
I think we've said that for the
you're
last
back at
2
it.
days.
You're back at it rolling. You know.
What about you, Willie, the dude?
I really don't know where I met him. I mean,
Well, what's
I don't know
your
if it was
most
in
memorable
Texas.
story?
You met me in Florida
in Miami,
on, I'm pretty sure, Fort Lauderdale.
or was it Dallas?
I think it's Fort Lauderdale.
I think it's Fort Lauderdale. The first time ever.
I don't remember that.
Fort Lauderdale. I didn't stay long. Something was going on back home. I don't remember what. I'm sure I can if I thought hard enough. But it was a short period of time. But the time we really got to know each other was at Derek's house. It was at Derek's house.
Shooting pool.
Shooting pool.
Yep. I remember that now.
Because that's right when he first hired you full time. Because you were a contractor.
Yeah, I was a contractor, but it wasn't that though. Because you didn't come down. I didn't go the first year. I stayed in Jacksonville while I was in Florida.
Okay.
I went the second year. But you weren't there the second year. You was there the third year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For our viewers and our listeners, I think if you guys were to sit at a poker table with these two, you would swear that they was raised by the same person.
Maybe so.
They can get going at one another, and people think that they're dead serious and something crazy's finna happen.
Oh man, we used to get people like looking at us like, and actually like, trying to like, hey, okay, y'all need to like, and me and him were like, we're just fucking around, like,
That's just our love
yeah,
for
it's
each other, man.
It's how we've always been.
Goofy, always goofy. But
Always.
the story, the most memorable story, was last 4th of July. We were sitting by the beach at what's the name of the place?
We were at
It was at the
Barefoot on the beach.
Barefoot on the beach.
And we didn't like. I'm not a go out sit on the beach and bacon type of guy. I just don't. I've never been that guy. It's miserable. I don't like carrying a bunch of shit down there. I don't like nothing to do with it. So if I'm going to the beach, I'm going to sit in an awesome chair with some fans going somewhere at minimal shade, and I'm not miserable. So this is where he can fill in.
We sat at that bar.
Y'all was gone.
3 hours?
2-3 hours, yeah.
3 hours. And we were just drinking tequila, taking shots.
Boom.
They didn't charge us for all that stuff.
No.
Man. They just, the lady was like, oh, y'all want another round? Here you go. And we were so drunk, we left and actually went to the beach. And we ended up, first of all, something always happened to me when I'm drunk like that. So when I started, but we're in the sand. And I was laying on this, what you call it? The little...
It's one of the
air thing.
The air fill up. You put it in the wind and catch the air and tie it up real quick.
Yeah. And
it's a couch.
And I'm laying there, but the sun is like on me. I can't move. It's attached to one of the chairs. And so I get up and I lost my footing trying to walk. And I went straight back in the sand. Poof. Hopefully I can find that picture.
Oh, we got it. I looked at it the other day.
Myself, Hunter, and Carterius. I finally made it to the chair first off. When I got up, I hopped up quick. But I was in the chair. Hunter was in the on the little thing, and he was on the thing, and we was just knocked out.
Done. Next thing you know, I'm waking up, and that sun's coming down. Everyone's still just going at it out there. And, I mean, we drank.
It got so bad I had to pee.
It was bad.
I pissed by the steps.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even make it back to barefoot to use the bathroom. I pissed right by the steps. Man. I was like, nobody coming? Okay. Whip it out.
We all three we had a good time. Hell, we had music. We had it all going.
I'm going to tell y'all like this. I'm going to be sitting in the same spot again. Probably not drinking as much as we did. Hunter, you got to sit on the other side.
He says that now until I get there. Yeah, he says that now until yeah. But no, I mean, and that's my normal deal. Like, and everybody kind of figures out, like, even like when I go with family or whatever, like, man, I'm just not the guy that likes to sit out there just bake in the fucking sand. I'm already hot all the day, every day, all day during the summer working.
I'm fat and I sweat.
And it's just something. I love going to the beach, don't get me wrong, but just sitting out there.
2 hours is all I can give.
Sitting out there and baking and just, going home with fried eggs, just not my deal.
I hear you.
I do it for my wife because she loves to do it. But my God, I am miserable the whole time.
Shoot. Last year was when I was sick. And just being out there in the sun and the heat was just making it worse. And all I did was sleep the whole time.
That's because you, Street, decided to kill a whole handle of vodka 2 days in a row.
So?
And then we took you out there to get, rotisserie.
Yeah, I wound up leaving early.
Oh, well.
I got a lift and went back to the house. I couldn't take it no more.
Yeah, it was gone. What you got, Pegasus?
Well, we always talked about Miami. Miami is. I think that's where we first met.
That is very likely where we first met at.
From the point of you fucking ride out the fucking window, losing your damn hat.
Yep.
And Macon. Who drove us in that? Uber.
Yeah, it was somebody.
Uber. Right?
Yeah.
I made them turn around to get my hat out of the middle of the highway. Because I was not losing that hat.
You still got that hat?
No, I know a hat. That was back when I was into all that, but it was that Supreme special edition white and black it had like the old 90s theme.
Yeah.
Like with Supreme and box letters going across a bunch of times.
Right.
And love that fucking hat, man. And something happened. I don't know what happened to it, but I was not losing that thing.
We turned right around.
We did.
It up.
We did.
Yeah.
Miami has a lot of stories. I mean, there's
a whole bunch.
And y'all's past, episodes. I was in a lot of those.
Yeah.
I was in a lot of those.
Didn't want to be in a couple of them, but that's just how it panned out.
Yeah.
That's how it works sometimes,
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is booby trap.
Well, sometimes you just like to party.
Yeah. Well,
definitely did, didn't I?
Yeah, definitely that
I
night.
don't think there's been a single time that all of us have not been together where we have not just put it down. One day, when we're old and we can no longer do that, and the young ones that are hanging around us because they wanna be like us, they're gonna be trying. But I just don't see it happen. I mean, again, I will state, in the last 2 days, there's been 7 bottles of whiskey and 5.5 cases of beer.
In which them two drank the majority of. the bombs themselves.
Of course.
Yeah, hey, I am one might say, I don't claim this, but that I'm triple certified platinum alcoholic, bud.
I think I could probably join you on that plaque.
I got that. I got it hanging on the wall.
I think after this past weekend, I need to check myself into rehab.
I'm detoxing.
Yeah.
But here's what I'll say. This is what I'll say. I say that all in playful terms, but when I'm by myself and I'm at home, I don't drink.
That's me.
I don't drink.
Like that's a funny thing is like before y'all come up to visit Sunset Mountain, I don't drink, but I leave almost before dark, or I leave almost before light, and I come home after it's already dark,
Yeah.
So
You ain't got time.
I don't have time, and then number two, like with what I do every day, I can't be fuzzy next morning. I can't be, just not 100% there because everything relies on me, and I figured that out because I still thought I could do that when I first started, and I'm like, no, this has got to be done. But when people do want to hang out, come up Sunset Mountain, or I go visit you guys, or anybody just on general comes over, or I go over somewhere else, I do like to go. When I go, I like to go,
Yeah.
and it'll be when there's not a lot of a lot of things to have to do the next day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was a good thing we didn't have any major plans this weekend other than fucking off.
thank God, thank God. Yeah, today would have failed.
Oh yeah,
Today would have
100%.
failed.
And so what are some of the most memorable moments from you with us?
Gosh, dang, we need to
We could write an encyclopedia.
yeah,
We've done a lot.
that's the thing is, man, like it take 5-6 hours to list
I
those
think
off.
one of them that maybe you're not thinking of right now is when the rainbow dildo got stuck to Josh's forehead.
That's a slap right there. I mean, that was like the best thing in the
I've
world.
ever heard you laugh so hard and so
I-
long.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard him. Yeah, no.
If you ever want to know one of the probably most number one stories, sorry Josh ahead of time here, that I tell, it's just the perfect coming up behind and going, wow, straight on that. And that thing's sticking up like a fucking custom unicorn. I mean, perfect. And that right there,
It's definitely.
I would die probably remembering that one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, you got another one in your repertoire last night, the Speedo.
The Speedo.
Well, when the dildo got stuck in my head, I was running around in my underwear.
Is this true?
You got to stop that.
But I'm going to let you
It
know,
was vodka.
when the Speedo starts coming out, we got to put a time limit on that thing. That has to be like a
Quick, get in, get
2
out.
minute max. All right, go back in and change. But last night, boy,
You got the dancing.
it was
We got
like
after
it was like a movie.
Yeah.
It was like a movie. It wasn't. I mean, I'm gonna be. It wasn't.
What the good
It wasn't
movie?
the kind of movie I want to go watch, but it was a movie.
Can't blame the vodka last night.
No, it was all whiskey last night.
All of it. Whiskey.
Really, really shocked me. He only normally gets that wild on vodka.
But I did kill a whole bottle of a certain bourbon on my own.
But I wouldn't trade it. It was fun. We had a blast, man.
Yeah,
We had a blast.
definitely. It was great. This whole weekend's been great.
The some of the most, I guess, best times I remember. God, there's just so freaking many. Man, me and Pegasus, he's over there and wrestling one night over some who knows what. That was in Memphis.
That was in Memphis.
That was in
Yeah.
Memphis.
Right next to the holly bushes.
We used to have the red saw. I'll never forget it when I hit my funny bone on that sprinkler head. Ended it. I was like, yep, done, not funny. Ooh.
Not funny at all.
Oh. God dang, man. Me and you. There's a lot too. And karaoke.
Which time?
That's well, you know we're really fucked up when one of us is singing karaoke and one of us has to come up on the stage and help and join the other person sing.
That's all the time.
Because that just means, man, we need assistance here. We need assistance. You think you sound like, I mean, you're up there. You're about to hit a platinum deal.
Yeah.
In all reality, there's no telling what it sounds like.
I think the time that we drove like 6.5 hours to go to a wedding.
That is true. I was just about to start talking about that.
And then like the whole weekend of that wedding, like we won't get into those details, but
There
that
was
was a when I think of like
those
crazy
epic
things
and wildest thing that we learned during that weekend, and what we had to do just to pretty much stay sane was like,
yeah, it was pretty.
I mean, it was,
intense.
and it was one thing after another.
Yeah.
I mean, never a dull moment with other individuals
Yeah.
that we learned some crazy shit about,
Yep.
and things that happened and things we saw and witnessed with our own eyes was like,
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Wow. But again, we're not going there.
The first time that we came up here for the wedding, for his wedding.
Y'all came from my
Yeah,
wedding.
that was
The most hilarious moment for that is them saying your last name.
oh dude, he was so pissed. You could see it all in his
What they
face.
say
He wanted to
last
go.
name was?
The whole, well, we're not going to say that, but the whole wedding, really, the whole thing went so perfect. We partied out here before, bunch of moonshine. Of course, you know the drill. Bunch of guns, you know, having a blast shooting clay pigeons, like just back-to-back fun. Two of my groomsmen, like, passing out in the parking lot right before they're supposed to be on the lineup. Like, I mean, it was just party central. But everything went great, no matter everything. And the guy that married us, the preacher that married us, which knows me, knew me for, me and Lexi were together.
Known you for a long time.
I mean, yeah, for years before, we got
I don't
married.
even know your last name.
Huh?
I don't even know your last name.
Well, he knew it, but he said it backwards. And I'm telling you, I was so happy and everything. And he said that, and I looked back at him, and I gave that motherfucker the biggest look.
We all seen it too.
And I want to make sure he knew, out of everything you could have done, you said that wrong. The most important thing, you said it wrong.
Yeah.
And it was going so great.
I mess up a lot. Okay, I mess up a lot all the time, but I highly doubt I'd ever fuck that up. I'm just saying.
Especially if you know him.
Yes,
You know what I
it'd be
mean?
different if you hit him up a week before and like, hey, need you to marry us this weekend.
Yeah.
You know,
He must have had some moonshine too.
he did.
That's why.
Anybody get your name? I forget my name.
The after party was a trip.
Legit. It was legit. You almost got beat into a gang at the bar.
You did, yeah,
in a
dude.
Three-piece suit. You know.
You were about to get beat into a gang.
Why didn't I get invited to the wedding?
Didn't know you then.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No
I
way.
don't think so.
Did not.
I swear.
I did not know you before I got married.
You know what? You did. You knew me. You knew of me.
But you
knew
never.
me, but it wasn't.
yeah, we weren't.
Yeah.
We haven't connected yet.
Yeah.
That's why probably.
No, when you came to Miami, that's when.
That's when we really hit it off. And Josh, I didn't know.
We had just met one time.
Yeah, I didn't really know Josh either as much
That may have been a good thing.
because, well, no, I would have definitely let him do the flower girl in his speedo if I knew him. I mean, American flag and all, dude. I'd even get blue, white, and red flowers for you to go. And then,
With that being said,
My
ladies
knees
and
and my
gentlemen,
back are still hurt.
if you need a stripper, we got one for you. We call them Bunny Love.
Bunny look.
just make sure you call his manager, and I'll get you set up.
Yeah.
We got discounts this month too.
Yeah.
What the hell? What's my cut on that?
10%.
That's bullshit.
I'm the one.
So, other than what you've showed us this weekend, I mean, we've been riding, we've done a lot of partying, a lot of drinking, we've just reminisced, had a good catch-up session, all those types of things. And outside of working as much as you do, because we all know that you work like crazy, there's still got to be that thing that you like to do for fun when you can.
Oh, that thing I like to do for fun?
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
We know you like riding and pushing the limits of that side by side. We know that.
Apparently so.
really just, going somewhere, taking a trip. That's what I like to
Getting
do.
out.
Getting away. Because you got to think, like, when you live out in a place like I do, out here in the middle of nowhere, I mean, this is what you do, and you can do whatever fun you want, but it all kind of mixes work and fun at the same time. But really, number one thing I really like to enjoy doing is taking a trip, even a short trip,
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's fun just to get away for a little bit. Because, I mean, and out here is unlimited places, unlimited things to do. If you say you're bored or if you say, I don't have nothing to do, you ain't thinking, because there's always something to do out here.
Right.
Right. So, going somewhere, that's about one of my top deals that I still do.
Cool.
Out of all the places you've been, what's your favorite place to go?
Man, that's a hard one because it really just depends on what I'm feeling, Because I love going down, south to the beach. But I also love, getting into some mountains with, some little cooler weather. I mean, it just really depends on the feeling. My favorite place so far, man, it's tough. That's really tough, to be honest. Because it just depends, It really does. It really does.
Willie to do what? The hell's on your shirt over there?
Josh?
I mean, they do call me Big Bear.
Got the same boots you had on the other day. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing them.
There it is. Yep.
Polo bear.
Yeah. Raffle.
So, as we get ready to wrap this up, I think that I can speak for all of what the dudes said. That you guys allowing us to come up here and feeding us and allowing us to shoot, and just the whole thing for us to be able to take this podcast on the road. This is the first stop. All the great content that we've been able to capture, the crazy, the funny, the beautiful, the serenity of this place. All of us would definitely like to extend our utmost gratitude, and we appreciate it, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm glad you guys came up. It was fun. It made a great little, just awesome weekend, you know, to just kind of let everything go and just do what the hell ever.
Yeah.
You know,
Super educational too.
it gets educational, good and bad.
Yeah.
So it is educational, but it's cool, you know. And I've been excited for this. I've been excited for this for months, you know, since we first kind of started. Just kind of, you know, when it was just in the chat.
Yeah.
And then it got serious. It was like, hell yeah, this is good. This is gonna be fun to do. And y'all made it. Y'all made it happen. Y'all came up and did it. My part was easy.
Now getting up here, that was the challenge, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
It always is.
Well, it's always a challenge when I'm trying to book a rental. There's always something that goes wrong.
Because you're street.
Well, you got to get your shit together, man.
Yes.
You know, like,
It was. I was ready.
Apparently it wasn't.
No, apparently they weren't ready.
oh goodness.
Yeah, we went from like a solid grade A
15.
plan to scrap it, load up the personal vehicles. We're about to head north, dude.
Like
So-
that 15 passenger van, like we would have each had our own personal row. And
Yeah, would have been nice.
yeah, it would.
But hey, man, you know what? It worked out the way it was supposed to work out, because when we got here, we started then.
Yeah.
Started
I
as
walked in.
soon as
like,
y'all pulled in.
hey,
it
yep,
started.
Good to see you. I gotta go hit this beer fridge real quick. It's
Yeah.
been a night.
Started as soon as y'all walked in.
So
And I pre-started.
Even though we showed up 3 hours late.
Hey, I pre-gamed.
That he said was going to happen to him.
Yeah, I
he called
did.
it.
I knew.
He
it
said,
was.
"Y'all won't be here before 10 o'clock."
Hey, I've learned enough now. The more you try to plan,
Yeah.
the more fucked up the situation's gonna
That's
get.
it, man.
Sometimes you just gotta get a subject and then let it ride to that.
That's it. That's it. So,
So yeah, no, I'm really glad y'all came up. I'm glad y'all had fun. We had to cook some good food.
Almost
Shoot
died.
some guns. look, you didn't almost die. We're okay.
Coming up that hill.
I had complete control.
We heard him
It was
screaming all the
close.
way over yonder.
It
Oh, I
was
know.
close to being a flip over, a turnover in the
No,
driveway.
that was part of the whole experience.
He is a professional.
I don't see it on his license.
Did you die?
Almost.
No. Did you die?
That sounds like something his wife
Yes or
says.
no?
My heart almost gave up.
Did you die? Yes or no? No.
I'm here.
Then we're good. See, as long as you don't die, we're good.
Like, when y'all stopped at the bottom before y'all went back up the hill, we thought he was having a heart attack. That's why y'all weren't moving.
No, he had them dang. He had
get them
he had them
glasses going.
fancy little camcorder glasses, and he was trying to, you know,
Hey, it worked.
trying to make them work. And I'm over here like,
Come on, dude. Come on. I
we
wanna kill you
are.
already.
My gas line is blinking. So the more we sit here and idle, if I go up this thing and it cuts out, just know we're not stopping midway up this hill. It's either going to be get all the way up it or get halfway and hope to God we make it back down the good way. But we did good. We're all right.
Yeah. I want somebody else to go on the ride. Nobody else. Okay.
Pegasus.
I'm good.
Come on, man.
Yes.
I don't even like roller coasters.
You
I
gotta
don't
be,
either. But
sometimes you just got to be a team player.
Yeah, I always am. Always.
just try it.
Just try.
It'd be a good time.
He said, "Nope."
Street, you gonna go do it? You probably would have flipped over with Street.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Come around the
Coming when
corner.
Yeah.
That would have been a tough to correct.
Yeah.
At
You
least
know.
I'm fat, but I ain't that fat.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
No, I
I'm
didn't
just
say
saying.
I didn't say nothing like that. I didn't say.
But the way you look, you might as well would have said.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
Yeah.
You forget you sitting beside me today.
Yeah, that's some crock of shit.
Y'all fucking crazy.
So good old Hunt. Do you have any encouraging words for the people? Anything? Any statements
Do
about
you want to
overall?
support your business, talk about your business,
Right.
like just give
No, man.
Yeah, we don't mind letting you put a plug in on the show for your business.
I'm good on that, man. I'm good.
man.
Oh
people
yeah,
might
he
need- you
stays
probably
busy
can
enough
travel,
as it
man,
is. He
and
don't want no more.
you probably can travel,
I'm
get
good.
some business.
I'm busy, and but no. If I added anything, I'd like to say keep watching, keep following, like, share, do everything you can to support these guys because it's just gonna keep getting better and better. They keep getting better and better for them. They got some way bigger things planned ahead. This was just kind of the touch of their traveling experience with their show, and they got way bigger things planned. So you gotta just keep following, and it's always going to be entertaining, of course, and anything you can do to share, anything like that, get it out there, will be the best thing ever. And that just goes back to me even when, starting my business and stuff too. Like, that's all it takes is, get it out there. And you cannot do it without support from, just followers and viewers and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So
Appreciate
if I got to
that.
add that, that's definitely what I'd like to add.
Appreciate that, Hunt.
Appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
So, as Hunter said, stay tuned, keep watching, following, subscribing. Check out all of our social media pages. Season 2. This is the start of Season 2. And it is going to get wild, fun, and crazy in 2025. Thank you guys for watching. We're What the Dude Say.